Out of all your people.
This will be a good one. Getting together as they're underway on EA Sports.
Nigga, you Mexican over as hell.
Nigga, you not Mexican, you idiot.
To the 26-yard line.
Jesus Christ. You know what? You don't speak at all. Your country. How about that? You're not black or your country. So you don't speak.
First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk.
You from the sticks, homie.
Solid gain of 9 before being brought down.
You don't
from the damn sticks.
Yeah, he's from the sticks, so they do inbreeding.
Nice solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing.
Disrespectful ass.
Child, that bitch fucked up.
How do you think every Spanish person is damn Mexican? So you the racist. You're racist. That's racist. Everybody's Mexican.
No, I know Ferocious Dominican. I know that. I know you were Ferocious Dominican. Y'all Dominican niggas.
He's not Dominican. He's not Puerto Rican.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game.
You know what?
Matches. Throw it to the guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I'm not the bullshit.
Everyone involved. They feel like
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striking down the 47-yard line.
we have seen this before.
You're a racist. That's what you are.
Work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Bro, it's because you from an island, bro. You from an island.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath.
You're meant to be on the island.
Complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll get it down to the 37. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way.
No.
Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold
Curry's
on.
On second down, Jacobs. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Right now.
From the gun now on third down, Carr. He wants it all for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
From the 25 on second down, Trubisky. First buy-in near the 35. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This one taken from the 7. solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The struggles continue here offensively. Still nothing for them on the scoreboard, and now an interception.
Yeah, the offense looks extremely sluggish, not really in sync at all. Dare I say, it looks like it got left behind in customs.
Oh, you've had that in your back pocket. You were waiting for that.
Probably should have left it in my back pocket, too.
Well played. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail, second down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves
not
with a touchdown
I know
already
one
in
of
their
them
first
looks
drive? And certainly come out
like
firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and pressure advantage.
Lets it go for Nelson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. Bear in mind they had 2 interceptions last week, but that was in 4 quarters. They've got 2 here in the first quarter alone.
And the unsung people in this streak, the pass rushers, because most of the time, they're the ones that affect things in the pocket for a quarterback, trying to throw the football, rushing them, getting them off their spot, harassing them, and that allows the defensive backs, the linebackers to swoop in and make the picks downfield.
And they're swooping. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 22, Trubisky. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Mike Davis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A reminder about Sunday Night Football later tonight. It's a rematch from the divisional round last year. Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. Then tomorrow on Monday night, the Browns and 49ers from Levi Stadium, where the Browns already playing their 3rd primetime game in the season's first 5 weeks.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Jacobs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw his Carr. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the gun, a give to Davis. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
And for the 3rd time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. On 1st down, Jacobs. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off. because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not...
That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown. As the first half is winding down, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So we'll reach halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, as they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On the ground, Jacobs will get the 3rd quarter started. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And that'll set them back 5. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Give them a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And Nelson's got it here right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They should have put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Jacobs. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Recon, 152 fighter.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll try to get the run game going. Here's Davis. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
Welcome back now here in London. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running back's trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. And that's complete to Wilson. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days that they used to carry piano?
17 snaps. I understand that he was doing like
someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they're an important part of the passing game. We see a lot of big plays as we just saw there.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Call it about 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Raiders.
Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me.
Jesus Christ, man.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Yeah, I watched a little video on it. I still haven't played that one of the games.
And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That damn hit him up, man.
For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm was just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Davis. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
But he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
From the 27, Trubisky. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Trubisky. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Trubisky finding the former Eagle Burton for the Chicago first. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Trubisky will come up here first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now throwing the ball to start the drive. Dancing to his left. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender. I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen. And
he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Davis. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
So what's the objective and don't you think?
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Jacobs now. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
So this one, a victory for the Raiders. So for the Raiders, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaughan. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say cheerio from London.
So, can you become a werewolf? I don't even know how to pick shit up. I don't even put you on Robbie, nothing like that. That is put you. can't even get this girl. Oh, 1 minute. Yeah, I could find a gun, but I can't find no bullets with the gun. Yeah, I just opened the box, found the gun, but there's no bullets. Oh, dang. Wait, so is your objective just to survive? The crash plane? Yeah, I need to start. Okay.